Welcome back, geometry students, to section 1.5. We're going to be doing exploring angle pairs today. Now here we're going to talk about, in this chart, the types of angle pairs. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. First one, adjacent. What does this mean? Well, I'm going to show you a picture first. The picture looks something like this. We have an angle, okay, and it looks like just one angle, but really it's two, okay? So we have angle 1 and angle 2. Those are adjacent to each other. Why? Because they share a vertex and a side. Okay, I'm not talking about a side like at a restaurant, you know, a side salad or something. I'm talking about a side of the angle. So here we have the vertex that's shared, and then we have a side. I'll just go redraw it. And it has a shared side, shared vertex. Okay? Now, vertical angle, next one, vertical. Vertical angles look something like this. It's kind of like a big X, big intersecting lines here, okay? And you can see it naturally creates 4 different angles. Now, vertical angles, for example, 1 and 2 would be vertical. So angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical. But I'm also going to show you that angles 3 and 4 would also be vertical. Angle 3 and angle 4 are also vertical. Now, what does that mean? Well, you can see that they're across from each other. See how these are across this little X, and then these are across the little X? Okay, so that's one way to see it. But what else can we say about vertical angles? Well, they're angles that, or whose sides, that's an H, whose sides are opposite rays. Opposite rays. So we talked about opposite rays where we have an intersecting point. Well, in this case we have an intersecting point, and then we have a ray going that way and a ray going that way. Okay, and that's the same thing. We have 2 intersecting opposite rays, and that's vertical angles. And we know, well, they have a special relationship. Angle 1 and 2, they're going to be equal to each other. So angle, I think that's maybe discussed later, but whatever, I'll give you a sneak peek. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2, and then angle 3 is equal to angle 4. That's vertical angles. They create 2 sets of equal angles. And another way we can show that they're equal, I may talk about this later, but might as well give you a sneak peek, is we can show it by having corresponding the same number of little lines. This one should look better. There we go. So because this has 2 little arcs and 2 has 2 little arcs, then they're the same. 3 has 1 arc, 4 has 1 arc, they're the same. Complementary. As much as I like to say it, that they're very complementary, they're saying nice things to you. No, it's that they angles that add up to 90. So they have a sum angle. Complementary angles have a sum equal to 90 degrees. Okay, so that's complementary. An example, let's draw an example real quick. Boom, it's got to be 90 degrees. And then we can draw another angle like this. Okay, and then one thing to indicate 90 degrees is you have to have the little box here. So we can say angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary because they add up to that 90 degree bigger angle. Supplementary, this is the granddaddy. This is angles. Supplementary angles have a sum equal to 180. So that's supplementary. So very easily we can draw this one because we have a line here, straight angle, and we have an angle splitting it, and we have angle 1 and angle 2 added together to give you 180. The linear pair postulate. Every time you hear linear pair, line pair, so 2 pairs of angles that make a line. So angle 1 and angle 2. Okay, this just means angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180 degrees. Any 2 angles that form a line with their sum equal 180. So backtrack. Angles whose sum is a straight angle is equal to a straight angle are supplementary. Okay, another way to say it is they form a line. Any 2 angles that form a line, a straight line, are going to be a linear pair. Angle bisector. What does this mean? Let's break it down. Angle, we're talking about the angle. Bisector. Bi means two. Sector means split. Split into two equal parts. So this is the angle bisector. How do I know? Well, we have a big angle here. X. Let me draw my big angle. So X. Try that again. XAC is my big angle. And you can see here that this section and this section have equal measure because of these red little lines. Okay, if they have equal measure, then that means they're split perfectly in half. Therefore, this guy is an angle bisector. Okay, so that's how that works. Angle bisectors do the splitting, and then you have two angles that are equal measure. Let's do some examples to apply it. It's really not as bad as you might think. So we have here that AC, it's a ray. How do I know it's a ray? Because it starts on A, goes through C. Bisects angle DAB. Talk about old. DAB, are you kidding me? Oh, that's old. Here we go. So we have it bisects DAB. Let's find the measure of DAB. Now, the giveaway here is if it bisects it, then that means that these are equal measure. So this is also 58 degrees. And if this is 58 and that's 58, and we want to find the big angle, what do you know? We just add the two together, 58 plus 58. So clearly it's 116 degrees. And there you go. That's it. That's example 4. Blink and you missed it. That's why you can rewind with this and pause and all that good stuff. Okay, so ES bisects angle WET. Bisects means split into two equal parts. As you can see, that's already highlighted here and here. Those angles are equal. Good, okay. And ES is the ray. Let me make this a different color. So ES is the ray with the endpoint E going through S infinitely. We're asked to find these two other angles. We'll make them blue and purple. So this blue angle, which we know is also equal to this purple angle. And I know it's equal because it's been well established that it bisects and it's already shown as given, or that is equal. Okay, so our first angle, WES. Well, we know angle WES is going to be equal to angle SET. Whoops, not S. Why? Well, it's given. So we can set these two up as equal to each other. Now we're going to substitute the values in. So we have 3x minus 12 equals 2x plus 18. And now we're just into straight algebra. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to subtract the smallest variable from both sides to combine like terms. And I have x minus 12 equals 18. I need to add 12 to get the x by itself. So we have x equals 30. This is not my answer. Okay, this just means I need to plug it in now. So I'm going to plug it in for this guy up here because I don't want to do subtraction. So I have 2 times 30 plus 18. I know that's 60 plus 18, and it's 78 degrees. Great temperature, by the way, if that was our temperature. SET is 78 degrees. Now, I don't even need to plug it in for WES. Why? Well, because I already know that they're equal. So I already know WES is also going to be 78 degrees. Now, if I want to find WET, I could just do 78 plus 78, and that gives me, what's that, 140 plus 16, 156. So 156 degrees is angle WET. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Hope you understand angles a little bit better. Actually, they're kind of fun. I like this stuff a lot. Kind of relevant. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on West Explains Best.